Hi everyone, I'm Emre from Upsonic, and today I'll be walking you through their product analysis agent. This agent can autonomously explore any company website, find a real product, and extract all its details: price, spec, availability, and many more, all on its own. It's built using the Upsonic framework, which lets you create reasoning agents that interact with real-world tools. In this case, our tool is Playwright, giving the agent full browser-level control to read live pages, click through, and extract text. So instead of static scraping, this is a dynamic, intelligent automation that actually understands what it's doing. Let's look at what's happening under the hood in the next slide. So here's the workflow from start to finish. Step 1, the agent starts with just a company name. For example, in our demo, we're going to use Apple and Amazon as our examples, and it will automatically determine the company's official website. Step 2, it explores that site using Playwright, rendering the page just like a human browser. And then step 3, it identifies product pages by reasoning about URLs, looking for patterns like product, buy, or item. And then step 4, once it's on a valid product page, it extracts structured information, so the name, price, brand, description, and specs, and outputs everything in a clean JSON format. The whole process runs autonomously and typically completes in about 1 minute per company. But now that we've seen the flow, let's hop over to VS Code and see how this is actually built. So here's the full implementation of our agent. Let's briefly walk through it before running it. At the top, you can see that we have our imports for Playwright, Upsonic, and Pydantic. Below the imports, we have the product info class, which defines the structure of what we want to extract, things like product name, price, brand, description, and so on. Next is the Playwright scraper tool. So this function is going to use Playwright to launch a browser, and it opens the URL, handles cookies, waits for the full content to load, and then extracts the visible text from that page. This gives us full flexibility, unlike APIs or static scrapers that you may create. The last tool, we have a lightweight function called search company website, which heuristically builds the company's main URL. For example, turning Apple into just apple.com. Below is where the Upsonic framework comes in, and the agent object represents our reasoning system. Below here is where we have our task prompt, which defines what the agent should essentially do. So read the website, find the product page, extract structured information, and return it in the product info format. And then the magic happens in this line right here. Product analysis agent.do task, where the agent autonomously plans, uses the scraping tools, and then produces a structured output. Finally, we print everything in a readable format: product name, price, spec, URL, and so on for each company. But now that we've reviewed the code, let's see this run live. So jumping into our command line here, we will use this formatted prompt, and for our first example, we will use Apple. I did run it ahead of time just right now, just because it does take a little bit of time to run. And right here, the agent's going to first find apple.com, opens it in Playwright, and then explores all the sub pages and finds a real product page. So here we go. In this case, Apple found the iPhone 17 Pro related website. You can see that there's the price here, the availability, description, and the short key specs here. Let's just open it to validate that it is real. Nice, official Apple website. Buy button here, price right here, descriptions and whatnot right here. So everything here is real, structured, no template, no manual coding. But let's try it for one more example, which will be Amazon in this case. Again, no code changes, the agent will adapt automatically. And for this case, the agent found Fire TV stick, 4K streaming device. The price, none in this scenario. Availability, currently unavailable. And then the description here. But let's just make sure it is true once again. Okay, nice. It is true. Okay. So again, currently unavailable. The description is here. So exactly what we needed. So same logic, completely different website, and it's fully autonomous. So these are some great outputs for our Upsonic agent. And that's going to wrap it up today for our product analysis agent. Again, this is just one example of what the Upsonic framework enables. Upsonic brings reasoning, orchestration, and safety all together, letting you build domain-specific agents that make decisions, execute tools, and validate their outputs. Again, it's completely modular, open source, and already used for fintech automation, data extraction, and safety policy enforcement. What makes it such a powerful tool is that all agents follow the same pattern. Define goals, attach tools, and let the framework handle the reasoning and execution. I'm Emre, and this was the Product Analysis Agent built with Upsonic. Feel free to reach out or visit upsonic.ai to learn more. Thank you, and let's create together.